You good, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Ready to crank it.
Peace. Hotel brothers and sisters. Once again, it's a pleasure to have you here with First Eye / Open Eye Productions as we embark on another journey with Brother Phil Valentine. Last month, around this time, he introduced a new series called Code Breakers, in which he laid the foundation for what's to come. And it was real important. If you didn't get that tape, you gotta get it, because you might get a little lost on this one. So, you know, get that tape so you can know what's popping. Because Brother Phil is gonna put it on for us once again. And all I can do is say, hold on to your seats, because it's gonna get heavy. It's definitely gonna get heavy. Brother Phil walked in here with that swagger today, you know, like, yo, I'm gonna hit you in the head. So let's get ready. On the 26th of this month, I believe we got Brother Bobby Hemmett. And then we got the master teacher, C. Freeman L. Brother C. Freeman L. in May 10th. So, you know, stay abreast with us, stay focused, keep the edge to the street. And with no further ado, brother needs no introduction. I'm going to sit back and enjoy it. I want you to do the same. Let's give a warm black hand for Brother Phil Valentine.
Thank you. Let's give it up one time for the black dot. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters, and I know everybody will start to filtering in as the day gets going. From the time that I was here, the last time to the time at this point in present, so much had happened around what we had put down even before Code Breakers started. Now, a lot of people were saying, you know, I didn't get what you were saying. And it dawned on me that something like 25 years ago, there was this same kind of reaction that people had to the information then. This is strange. I can't put it together with anything that I'm doing here right now. What's going on? Is it relevant? You know, this thing about space creatures and undercover shadow governments, what's that's going to do to help me with my welfare check and all this type of stuff. So it came to me that what we're sharing here today and what I'm about to put down for you, because I had to write. You know, Queen knew that I was writing. When it comes, it starts pouring. It pours and pours, and you got to write it. Anybody who understands how the Spirit works, you got to do what its Spirit demands you to do. When you open up your vessel for that, you are compelled. Nothing else matters. You give everybody the uh-huhs as they're talking to you because you're not there. So I put down a few things that is going to be relevant as the days begin to open up and reveal themselves to you. And I don't mean the daylight. I'm talking about the days as we go shorter and shorter towards that point of reckoning that we've been speaking about. And sometimes I wonder, am I supposed to keep talking and saying the same thing over and over again, but in different ways? Because it's coming at us in so many different ways and showing itself in so many different ways. That is it relevant that I continue to say the same thing in different ways? Yes, it is, because when the time comes and we start to back out and you don't hear from us again, you don't hear from Bobby, you don't hear from C. Freeman and brother, you know that whatever it is that you got, it's time. Because once it happens and the battle is going on the ground, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. And spiritually, some things have come through from sources that I had, from sources that helped me to put together materials, to the inner source. All of that combined has made up Codebreaker 2 and has become this Codebreaker 2, which will become the segue to Codebreaker 3, which is you've got to put on your metaphysical thinking cap for that one. So Code Breaker 1 and Code Breaker 2 are the laying of the ground, the mortar. Code Breaker 1 was tilling the field. Code Breaker 2 is laying the cornerstone. Code Breaker 3 would be building the house. And it's going to be a metaphysical house. So I know that the brothers and sisters here, hopefully it's not just the choir, because I see new faces. But where we're going to go, it's going to tax your attention. Some of y'all might be a little tired, and y'all going to start nodding, and you're going to do me, be real kind, and, try to keep your eyes open for me. Go to sleep. Because I'm talking to that part of you too. And that's the part of you that's going to teach you while you're asleep, so that when you wake up, you're going to know things that you didn't know that you knew. And that'll be the secret of it. So there are a few things, as you know, that I have to put down before we move forward. All that I have here is going to lay a groundwork for you, and you can take notes. We also have tapes available, and the brothers have tapes available as well. And there's a few things that I'm going to say before I even get into the meat. And it's going to be necessary. Now, the real problem with us as a species at this very moment is that we have become too comfortable in our present reference of reality. Let me say that again. The problem with us as a species today is that we have become too comfortable with our present reference of reality. Just as everything is collapsing, we're becoming comfortable. The human thought stream as a collective cosmic energy signature of consciousness, let me say that. The human thought stream is a collective cosmic energy signature of consciousness. There are no other thought streams in the universe that exist that are exactly like ours. The human thought stream is unique. Even those components that are harmonic of our thought stream. Those entities, I told you there are 56 races that came together to contribute their DNA to us, to create who we are. And that a tangible thought stream that is like no other existing in the universe. So the human thought stream as a collective cosmic energy signature of consciousness is operating in a perceptual phase lock. Let me say that, a perceptual phase lock. It is a frequency lock, a frequency fence. And this lock is kept in place by a form of psychospiritual disillusionment that has been placed into our thought stream. A paradigm phase lock addiction. Let me say that again. We as human creatures, our thought stream is now in a paradigm phase locking addiction. Beloved, a paradigm addiction is where a person operating within a specific perceptual coding of reality becomes so addicted and conditioned by the paradigm's programming code, so conditioned by its flow, that they don't even realize they're locked down in a perceptual prison at all. And this just about describes all of us. We, the blind, deaf, and numb, supporters of this particular Western, Nordic, Caucasian paradigm, have become taught. We are taught to equate the survival of a paradigm with our own personal survival. Again, we are taught to equate the survival of this whole paradigm with our own personal survival. So we refuse to let it go. Paradigm addicts, let me say that again, paradigm addicts end up manipulating and controlling entire societies. It's automatic. They're hooked. It's compulsion. They're compelled by the addiction to control. They absolutely need to control you. This is their addiction, paradigm addicts. In fact, at this time, in their utter desperation, they are literally forcing the entire world to follow their own antiquated, obsolete reality index. To prevent our collective cultural and spiritual exodus out of this distorted, dysfunctional paradigm construct that they need to keep in place for their elitist-based survival. They become paradigm pushers, attacking and murdering millions to maintain their status quo perception. And this is as soon, right here and now, this is about to happen in America. Brothers and sisters, paradigm addiction ends up creating retrograde entropic frequencies of consciousness. It is a light-sucking, let me say, light-sucking drain on our individual awareness. When they start destroying the light, it's over. Somebody asked me, what's happening on the earth today? I tell them that the consciousness index of light, in other words, every living structure has a consciousness index. The planet has that too. There is a quantum consciousness index for the planet. Human thought and that human thought stream that became invaginated, that became part of the earth stream, has now oversaturated the light index that has now been applied to the world. In other words, the world gives off a certain amount of energy of consciousness. Our thought stream operates within that, and now what's happening, the light that maintains our consciousness is diminishing. The earth stream has become so polluted, the consciousness of the planet is so polluted by the human thought stream at this very time that the earth is dying slowly, of course, to be reborn. It's more like she's pulling in her resources to a critical mass to explode and destroy the disease that has infected itself within the consciousness of the earth stream. And that's what's happening to us today. This entire planet is now enslaved, manipulated, and managed through addiction-based dynamics. Such addictions are manufactured and nurtured when our cellular interface with the harmonics of cosmic truth become jammed and distorted by the frequencies of this construct. In other words, every time we try to put forth a beautiful thought, there are jammer frequencies that are emanated by the frequency fence, that are emanated by those from the construct who want to keep you in that lockdown. It's all going back to the whole matrix scenario. Now we're going to embellish it even deeper to show you how the addiction takes place, what are the methods for the addiction, who are the operators and players in your addiction, who are the pushers on the corner of your reality. Check? A process addict is conditioned from childhood, conditioned to become over-emotional, over-sensual, and eventually adrenaline junkies, all of which eventually leads to substance abuse in the forms of food, alcohol, tobacco, drugs, sex, and it's all in my book there, The Demon Plagues. In fact, the life's blood of this entire planet's economy is based on substance dependence by way of process addiction. Brothers and sisters, spiritual vampires now rule in America. In fact, they rule the world. This is the result of a swamp attracting mosquitoes. Let me say that again. The human thought stream has become so polluted, so stagnant, so atrophied, that the lower forms of cosmic energy are now infesting the thought stream. Do you understand and even understand what I mean? Yeah. As above, so below. If you leave festering filthy matter in place, invariably you will attract vermin. Well, the human thought stream that is now surrounding this planet has attracted all the lower cosmic forces to us. And right now they have now been allowed an avenue through us to express themselves. And you see them now governing you. How low have you fallen, my brothers and sisters, that you allow vermin, cosmic vermin, to lead you on your evolutionary path? Spiritual vampires rule us. And nowhere is this fact more in evidence than when we scrutinize perhaps the penultimate supreme addiction that continues to enslave our consciousness more than any other addiction, and that's the addiction of religion. Religious process addicts, those inebriated on the drugs of dogma, those blind, uncontesting believers eventually degenerate into a world of obsessions. And right now you got nothing but religious people running your government, obsessed with fulfilling a specific destiny that's been written for them in their holy Babel. In a society trapped in the grip of religion, science turns to dogma, and dogma turns to the psychosis of fanaticism. And it is this fanaticism that the addicted call their blind faith. Now please, keep this premise in mind for later on, because I fully intend to tie it all into current events that continue to unfold right as we speak. Some of the transformers we're going to be speaking about is time reality, not is time reality, no, is time reality. Now, in the moment, in the forever, in the infinite, there is no infinite beyond the duration of the now. That's going to be in part 3 so that you can understand how your perception of reality has been made to believe that time, where your consciousness should get locked into it and then become addicted by the ticks of the cosmic clock. Your heartbeat is a processor of time. It keeps you locked. Your heartbeat is your gravity in the flesh. Without your heartbeat, you're dead. You're gone back into the absolute. So the heartbeat is gravity at work. If you want to know what gravity is, listen to your heart. Your heart is that space where it goes tit-tum, tit-tum. There's a hard beat and a soft beat, and a hard beat and a soft. That's the yin and the yang. And in between the beats, that is time. Beat, stop, beat, stop. That stop point is the point where you can escape through. That's the place where you place your consciousness, because they came to find that in your soul, in the sino-auricular node of the heart, right there, the sino-auricular node of the heart is the seat of the soul. Let me say that again. The sino-auricular node, they call it something else now, but I'm not going there because they want to keep you off balance. It's the sino, S-I-N-A or S-I-N-O, auricular, A-U-R-I-C-U-L-A-R-N-O-D-E. That is the seat of the soul. Some of the transformers that we are going to be investigating here today are Count Hans Peter von Kolvenbach, Pope John Paul, Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, Henry Kissinger, George Bush Jr. and Sr., Barbara Bush, Messi Jesse Jackson, media, and Hollywood. The transformers are them, but the transcenders are us. Let me say that again. The transformers are them. The transcenders are us. I'm going to change the words you speak from now on. We are transcenders. That's why you're here. Something a little birdie told you. I got to be here with the group. Because I know that ain't nothing else happening out there, because I know y'all could be out there partying. Y'all could be getting ready to get all, cute. But y'all came here to lend me, to allow me access to your perception. That is the greatest gift, your attention. Because there's no worth for that. There's no worth for your attention. When they say pay attention, there's no worth. There's no dollar value on someone's attention. That's why they want it so badly. It is so invaluable, your attention, because then your actions follow that. So transcenders are us. Like toys are us, transcenders are us. Now listen carefully, beloved light bearers. The major threat to the transcenders that we pose to the transformers is for us to possess and maintain a healthy, vibrant, highly alert internal guidance system. Let me say that again. The major threat that we, the transcenders, pose to the transformers is for us to possess and maintain a healthy, vibrant, highly alert internal guidance system. The human internal guidance system is the soul. The soul, and listen carefully, beloved. The soul and its harmonic emanation, what we call in our experiences instinct. The soul and its harmonic projection, what you call instinct, is our direct link to the first person is-time reality that represents the original substance of cosmic intelligence. It is the direct link to the first person is-time reality that represents the original substance of cosmic intelligence. The soul is the interface or the arbitrator between matter and spirit. It is the highest sense apparatus for the qualification of experience in third density. Let me say that again. It is the highest sense apparatus for the qualification of experience in third density perception. In fact, multi-dimensional perception. The soul is the highest sense apparatus of cosmic intelligence. It is the first tangible embodiment of the spirit. The soul is the first tangible embodiment of the spirit. With a soul that vibrates in synchronicity with the light codes of intelligence, one can identify the transformers. They become like they live. Once your soul is vibrating, it opens up these eyes for you to see, to penetrate the veneer of those who would transform your consciousness. With your soul vibrating on higher octaves, you can identify a transformer and their disruptive frequencies. You can identify these disruptive frequencies as they work to maintain the programs of illusion that maintains your paradigm addictions. Brothers and sisters, the soul is the transcender. The soul is the code breaker. A healthy, vibrant soul can and will help you to unscramble the jamming, disruptive frequencies of paradigm illusion. Your soul, brothers and sisters, the Ba, and I can't stress the importance of this enough, is the archetypal cosmic soil that contains the vital elemental ingredients used to construct the genetic DNA circuitries used for our temporal interface with God consciousness. What the fuck is he talking about? I will say it again, because there's a part of you that knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm speaking to that because that's what needs to wake up. Rest of it is dead. Cells are dead. Brain is dead. Feelings dead. I'm talking to that part of you that is the Lazarus seed. How many heard me talk about the Lazarus seed that is about to awaken? I'm talking to Lazarus. Come the fuck forth. So I'm going to say this again to Lazarus. Your soul is the archetypal cosmic soil that contains the vital elemental ingredients used to construct the genetic DNA circuitries used for your temporal interface with God consciousness. The soul is the soil. Let me say it again. The soul is the soil. Say after me. The soul is the soil. Damn Skippy. The soul is the soil into which the seed of the supreme intent is sown. Let me say that again. The soul is the soil into which the intent of that supreme God consciousness is sown, which then germinates and grows into the tree of life. Let me say that again. The soul is the soil into which the cosmic intent fertilizes, plants its seed, and then inside that soul is germinated the tree of life. And it is into the tree of life that flows the nectar, the tincture, the quintessence of the Creator's will. It is into the tree of life that flows the nectar, the tincture, the quintessence of the Creator's will. Its root for being the everlasting becoming, the ever evolving, the ever realizing, the self-realizing. The cosmic intent is trying to break through, but it's so goddamn polluted here, you can't see it for all your face. You can't see it for all your face. Sometimes it'd be so thick around certain people. You can feel it. Like you don't want to be around them. Polluted, infected. But beloved brothers and sisters, even with all of this beauty around us, all of the wonders signified by the presence of ever intensifying light, there is a dark side, a downside, a drastic distortion in cosmic harmonic frequencies that is expressed and experienced by us as evil. There is a cancerous, parasitic thought stream energy literally saturating the social consciousness index of this entire planet. It is the evidence of a morbid interface of our harmonic dimension with another that is based on retrograde vampiric frequencies. Codebreaker 3 will deal with the fact that our consciousness paradigm, our soul force spiritual index, interfaced with a cosmic mistake. And just as the cosmic intent that created us to evolve within its will, there is a counter will that is encountered by all forms of intelligent life. There is that part that is the doppelganger,